Hello everyone, BleachBummer here, and welcome to yet another extra. This time, PCB. Now, much as this one's, I'd say, probably one of the more recommended ones, along with Invasion Night to start off with first. The one thing I would say is, like, this extra can be, well, at least in my case, pretty challenging. Not in polygons, but this, obviously, done thanks to EX Polygon. It's simply avoid those bullets first and a bunch of shots. There is a stage after this extra, but we will cover that much later because Polygon has a hard time doing it with this shot type. But yeah, those heroes you want to probably try and kill. These coming phase you want to try and kill quickly to minimize the number of bullets they send out. And here is a familiar face in Chen. Yep. Just avoid the first two waves of bullets. Find your way through this next two. And you should be fine by that point. Yeah, then Oni sign, blue and red Oni. Just watch out for the oncoming bullets that home into your current location. Try to leave them away. This one is where things get a little tricky, for me at least. Oni got on Soaring Guardian God. And I need to unlock this extra again as well. The only extra I haven't re-unlocked after beating the game. The only game extra actually. No, that's wrong. But yeah, this one is just try and move around in circles to avoid getting walled by bullets from Chen. That's the best way I can describe that one. Doing it. But yeah, the only extra I actually have unlocked from the ones I actually bought physical copies of is EOS D, I believe. I got a lot more extras to unlock. But just move away from the bullets in a good pace for there. And this one I think is just a simple dodge one. But you have to be careful because, yep, these ones come in while there's still some around. Still, nice work in dodging them there, Polygon. And here's something familiar for those who played PC 98 games. The Rings of Death. Rings that fire small bullets at your direction. Yeah. Anyway, here is Ryan Yakumo, the extra boss, and the Shikigami master of Chen, as well as the Shikigami of another character that you're familiar with. Saying that because, yeah, she's already been revealed at this point, thanks to Immaterial Missing Power. You already can pretty much notice that she's pretty much Yukari's familiar. Or because Shikigami would be more accurate, but typical bullet ring starting non-spill pattern that most extra bosses have. I can't only think of a few extra bosses that don't start off with that. This one, Shikigami, Wizard Fox Thoughts, just move to the side as you evade the bullet is the best way you can do it. But you have to keep up the pace because she will start to move faster with it. Yeah, that one isn't too bad if you can get the pace down, though. And Hogan makes good use of those cherry boulders here. Supernatural boulders, whatever. You know what I mean, people. Anyway, Shikigami Banquet of 12 General Gods. This one I can't really think of anything except dodge and find the opening. Like, this one is honestly a tough one for me. But he still does that one well. Anyway, next one. Then coming up after the bullet ring pattern. Actually, that's a question I have for most people that have probably worked with John Makafu or just know well for these games before I get to Ron's next spell, which is pretty simple for this one. Just move away from the shot. Don't get caught in lasers. But yeah, like, why is it that Zoom typically, for the most part, makes the extra bosses have this ring pattern that for the non-spells? That I actually don't know at all. He wins Tartan Siege from all sides. This one, in a sense, fires a lot of... This one fires just bullets ever to try and wall you in while you're avoiding the bubble bullets. Just try to not get walled. It's a simple, like, back and forth dodge, but meant to wall you in and limit your space. Yeah. Some walling's bad. Those are just nasty, but here's a pretty much new one, but it's kind of the same thing as the ring of bullets. Yeah, like Radiant Princess Tanko Illusion. This one, Ron will just warp to your position, and then fire a ring of butterfly bullets as well as a shot in the direction you're going. You technically want to avoid the shot, go through the openings of the ring, but try to keep the pace so you don't get cornered by too many bullets, because she does pick up her pace a lot faster. Anyway. A few more cards left. We're almost done with viewing Ron here. Next one, though, I think is, if I remember correctly, it's... Yep, I know. Oh, Shikigami's Shot Ultimate List. This one is kind of an interesting one. When it's blue, it switches to blue and red. When it's red, just follow around the lasers, trying to keep up so you don't get caught in. You have to listen very carefully when the sound switches, otherwise you'll get caught in the lasers, because they're off, but they're still there. The blue one is just simple dodge. Red one is just move to keep up. You want to listen very carefully for the sound when they're about to switch. This is pretty much a spell that you're going to actually have to listen for. Yeah, now I'm... The spell I was thinking of before is coming next now. And it's honestly, I could say it could be a tricky one for one reason, in my opinion. Again, these are just more opinionated from viewing. Oh wait, I keep getting it wrong. This is Shikigami Shot on lateral contact. Yeah, this one isn't as bad as something that comes later. Just fires on the shot, avoids the butterflies. The other shots will then loop back to Ron before being fired back at you. Just work your way through and evade. You want to evade them and get out of there before they all go back to around when they all go back to Ron, not during it. It's just like one of the last bit, I'd say, or so. And here it is, Shikigami Chen shows summon Chen, and Chen will... Ron will just fire those very big open rings, while Chen will be zipping around trying to butterflies. Bullets aren't too hard to avoid if you keep track of it, but the one thing you need to keep track of more is Chen, because she can ram into you and kill you if you're not careful, so watch where she's flying around. And now here we have Kuroki-san's contract. Her survival spell. This one I kind of like. It's... You're limited to that space of lasers and you have to just avoid the bullets. Just a simple watch the pattern and keep the movement as the circle will begin to move. Yeah, nothing much to say. I have put no comment on this one. Though I remember correctly, Porygon does get wall. Oh, he death bomb. That's always a good thing. He's got plenty of lives here for this. Yeah, eventually near the end, it will fire some other bullets from the corners, as well as the circle getting smaller to try and limit your movement. Yeah, I'm guessing bomb there because he pretty much knew he wasn't going to capture it, but it was best to just clear the bullets. And the Illusion God, Descent of Izunagongan. Like most other final bosses, not final bosses, extra bosses, this is like a barrage spell. Like, that's something I've noticed. I'm not sure if it's just me, and Porygon probably will correct me on this, but almost every extra boss usually has a ring or windmill non-spell pattern they start off with first before switching it up later. And most of their final spells tend to be like barrage or very quick paced spells that get faster as they get near the end and harder to avoid. Yeah, just avoid the bullets and keep track of everything. That's all that can be really said here. And there Porygon goes. But of course that's not over for him yet. We still have one more stage in PCB. The Phantasm stage, which we'll be seeing later on. For now, that's pretty much it. So until then, later everyone.